What's going on? Move the Mouse here, back in City Skylines, the town of Winterfell, with our Let's Play Season 5, Episode number 12. And something I've been meaning to do for a while, I finally got to. And that was renaming some of the districts. So we started out in Old Town and Stark Park, renamed Yellow Snow Farms to Bolton Farms. We've got Egret Park, White's Park, the industrial area over here that we still need to expand out. Got a lot of room for that. We've got Hardhome and the Vales just below the King of the North ski resort. And then, oh yeah, Hodor. So we're kind of committing some spaces to some ideas, some separation here. Again, we'll bring more of this industrial area down. That should be an easy enough addition. And let's see, we've got electric problems. Oh no. Is it because they're too spaced out over here? Let's get rid of these power lines and see where we really need to connect from, because those are just kind of eating up into zoning. And let's see if we can't fix that. So what was this? This was some small housing. And I think, let's see if it's just a matter of them being too spaced out to pass power, or if it's actually, yeah, it's not an electricity availability thing. And we'll do one right up the middle, right through there to get that connected. And that should have everything sorted out for now. Constant battle, always good to go back and kind of look at where things are at. So electricity, we're in the green for a while. Let's look at our budget. 12% across the board. We still have garbage cranked up. Do we have any garbage problems anywhere? No, I wonder if we still need that. I mean, we're making $21,000. I'm not going to worry about that right now. Info views, electricity's good, water's decent. We'll need to do that relatively soon. Let's see, fire safety. Fire safety's a little light over here. Maybe we do a little fire station. Let's see what a little fire station does next to the depot here. Does that cover? Kind of covers all those houses that weren't well covered before. Throw a little fire station in the middle of that farmland. And heck, we'll even throw one up here by our boiler plants and power stations. We don't want them being affected. Everything else is pretty good. You're a little dry up here. If we wanted to, I guess we could put one right there. Kind of covers both the upper side of the industrial. And then, while we're at it, let's see where our tree coverage is a little light up here. So let's do that. And then this actually should light up the rest of this coast once we buy that tile, I would think. But we shall see. So, crime-wise, pretty good. Oh, speaking of fires, what's going on here? We got 2 fires happening, 3 fires happening. Where are my fire marshals at? Those 2 look like we're good. This one over here already out? Nope. Uh-oh. It's catching the trees. That could be problematic. We can always replant these later. Let's get out in front of this and try and prevent the spread. That should be good there. I hate to lose our whole forest. They do eventually grow back, but hopefully that will just burn out over there. Get the helicopters coming in. Good. Okay, we're good. So project-wise, this is kind of a main supporting avenue for some of the traffic coming up this way. We've got the highway to contend with up there. So we'll probably do some underpasses or overpasses for the side streets to cut over the highway. rather than modify the highway too much. Let's meet some of our demand over here. And I think what we can do is do we move people out to connect these back streets? We don't really want anybody living there. Let's see, we've got some offices that have moved in. Before we build this out, how's our education? Because where's our university? Over there. And over there. Alright, we've got 2 universities on the map. That should be more than enough, I hope. Let's look at education over here. So we've got 2 elementaries. We've got a high school. We do. We could look at possibly putting another university up here. It would be terribly out of place. Although does the town this size need 3 universities? Probably not. Alright, let's leave that for now. Let's figure out some more blocks here. So this is going to be residential. We're going to kind of have maybe a park here. In that space, that might not be a bad spot for a park. And we can carry these on through. So we will do that. Maybe we can have some side streets on this block so we're not wasting too much zonable space. And we'll kind of pack this in over here near the train tracks. But that should give us a decent start on meeting some of that zoning demand. Let's take a look at our... We're a little short there. Take a look at our water and heating coverage. And then let's break out our zoning tool. So we'll do this kind of along this portion. And then I think we'll mix and match some commercial in here too. Okay, that's good. Let's break out our park area tool. And let's make this a park right here. And let's call it Wildling Park. Okay, so this will be a city park. We'll have a small main gate. Right about the center. And then we'll do side gates on each of the sides. We'll get those connected up with some paths. Wrong way. So something like so. We don't have to have necessarily any zoning on these sides. That'd be kind of nice. So we do a couple things with that. We can put our regular park buildings in the center. Right, because these are fine next to paths. These don't have to be on the road. So info booth, restrooms, plaza, cafe. Get all that covered. And then, so the rest of the buildings are locked right now. But the other thing that you can do with parks is throw some uniques in there. So... winter uniques. I actually don't think... Look at it, I haven't unlocked a lot of these. $250,000 for a Christmas tree. Use only geothermal heating plants. Okay. 20 completed instances of tram line. 5 instances of geothermal heating. spa hotel. Can we fit this right there? Let's put it right here. Let's see what this looks like. 90,000. Oh, that's a pretty cool building. I guess I really did need to spend some more time on Snowfall to unlock some of these. Oh, ski resort. Oh, we're gonna have to fill one snow dump. I wonder how our snow dumps are doing. I really haven't looked much at where are snow? Do we have just okay? We get 3 snow dumps. How's this one doing capacity wise? 0% full. It looks like they're removing the snow just fine, but how are the snow dumps not full at all? Well, that stinks. They're all 0% full, 0 in use. Was this 0 in use? I guess because we don't have snow coming down right now. They're all caught up. Interesting. Okay, well, we'll have to keep an eye on that. It would be nice to kind of unlock some of those uniques, just for the challenge, if anything. Let's throw another snow unique in here. Let's kind of make that the purpose of this. So we did the hotel. What is this one? Sleigh ride. Oh, this place is huge. So maybe we need to move some stuff around, huh? If we want to cram that in here, and I think why not? Let's do it. So let's rethink this. All right, we'll connect this a little sharper to give us some room. So we'll go till we get an intersection point right there. Let's just go straight. That's okay. We'll do that after. So plaza. Restrooms. It's the cafe. That's the info booth. This is the cafe. Kind of put this cafe right there. We'll put this in the middle of those two. Space things out a little bit, and then we'll move this kind of across from the restrooms, I guess. So that way when people come to the info booth to ask where are the restrooms, you can say, right over there, dummy. You walked by it on the way here to ask that question, so. Alright, that's okay. I like that. A little bit of a bend. We could move that over if we want it to be really sharp and rigid, but we don't necessarily need it to be. Do we? Do we need it to be? So space already occupied. Maybe we do need to move. Let's move this down one. Okay. Idea. Let's bring the side gate down. Right to the edge of the hotel property. We'll hook this up this way. Then we'll just delete this segment here. And then we'll fix this too. So let's just carry this on this way. Ooh, we can't quite line it up on the grid the way we want, I don't think. Where can we put it? Way up here? Okay. It's a little funny how that road bent, apparently. So we'll freeform this to kind of curve it and curve it back. So like that. And like that. It's a little A little windy. And then back to our uniques. Can we get it in there now? Ah! Alright, let's drop this in. Little sleigh ride village. And let's get this hooked back up now. So if we go back into, for like the third time. Okay, how do we sneak in there? Okay, let's move these a little tighter now. So we'll do something like that. And now we should be able to connect these paths up. We'll do that. And then we'll do that. Now we still have room for a couple of the park buildings that we can drop in here. But I think that's a pretty good start for our little wildling park, which is in the greater district of Egret Park. So that was a sidetrack, as usually happens here. If you're new, it happens all the time. Because we were working on residential zoning. We're going to move a lot of people in. And we'll continue these blocks kind of along that path. We got to think how we're going to hook them back in. So maybe we have another kind of expressway that goes this way and connects up over here. Maybe we change this into like a cloverleaf of sorts, or we could even run a highway on the northern part and then hook it in with a T intersection here. It comes this way. That might not be a bad idea, just to give people some other ways to get around. We'll bring this up there, and then let's fill all these in. So we're going to break some power lines to do this, to get things reconnected after. We'll do one kind of up through the middle like that. Okay, and now zoning wise, residential being our biggest need right now. So let's do that all along here. Let's pause before people move in. Let's get rid of this and bring this power line up and around. This extension cord, if you will. Just do that to get it around the zone for now. And we'll see if we need to snake some power in there. Hopefully not. But you never know where people move in. You could add these zones slower. So there's two problems with adding a bunch of zoning all at once. One, people may move in anywhere in that zone. Then you have to run power lines and kind of break your zone up. But the more detrimental thing to creating a ton of residential zoning at once, it's probably one of the worst things you could do on the map, is you want to keep that residential demand meter empty's but not good, but halfway full or greater is bad, because you have all these people that move in at the same time, and then that spawns a death wave at some point. Not that you won't have death waves, you will have population booms, but the bigger, you kind of commit a new percentage of the population moving in, that becomes a downside of being a death wave at some point. So we've got good cemetery coverage right there, kind of in the central part of this area. It gets a little bit light over here. So maybe, do we cram in a cemetery up here? I'm going to do that because we might get a little bit closer to the coast and kind of hook a road in. Maybe we'll put the train in a tunnel, put it under here so that we can zone all the way up to the waterfront. I think that would be good. Let's take a look at an obvious problem that we have. Park's leveled up good. We've got a heating shortage up here because we didn't pipe it. That's way too much overlap, but we'll... it's not enough overlap. Been real sloppy with my pipes, as you can see. They're just kind of all over the place. A little bit of gritting here or there. Whoop! Oh no! It's a pretty bad string of fires right there. Looks like they got to him though. That's good. Got tree burn in there. That was part of the property, they put it out. So, okay, water coverage, we're good up here. Heat coverage. Let's take a look through real quick. Maybe another elementary here at some point. I've been putting these in pairs, so I don't see why I shouldn't also put a crematorium there. Let's hook it up with power too. Just because that might help spread power if people move in up here first, before we're spreading power from the south, if you will. Education, we're pretty good. Unemployment's only at 3%. That's great. Commercial happiness. Maybe we get some more parks out there. Land value wise. We're doing pretty good in and around the park. Doing our right here and there. We get some noise complaints by the train station. Surprise, surprise. A couple dead bodies over here. A couple dead bodies over there. Maybe we're on the start of a death wave, I would imagine. So our land value is doing pretty good. We actually got some green over here. What did we do over here that's making people so happy? The curling park? They love to curl, don't they? All right, let's look at parks. And let's look at snow parks. Let's drop some more of these things in. So right here, which one is this? Little snowman park. Fun day out for the fam. Building some snowmen. Let's see what else. Ski lodge, we don't need that over here. Skating rink, that might be kind of cool. Right across the street. And then can we cram this one in? Let's do this one here on this corner. Cross-country skiing, no. Ice sculpture park, that's pretty small, right? Where can we get this in? Will it fit? It'll fit right there. We'll have to knock out a building to do it. Technically two. But that might be kind of cool. Sledding hill. Curling park was a big hit. So let's see if we can get one over here. We not zone this street, I guess. Let's connect this through. Do that. Break out our zoning and de-zone that little single house that would have been there. Now let's fill this in with some more office. We might completely revamp that. Just don't worry if that was not your vote. We're still thinking about it. But as long as we're not doing anything like the IT clusters, they shouldn't get too crazy. But we'll see when they level up. It may be something we knock out. We may do high-rise band or something like that. This area is still a problem, and I think the next big residential push, we've got to... Well, one, we've got to look at buying a tile up here somewhere. And two, we've just got to get more residents over here to work in this this industrial area, which I thought... Oh, when I redistrict those, I moved farming down here, but there's no industry down there. So this is all regular industry that moved in on that farmland. Shoot. Okay. All right. Let's cause some massive unemployment and make that farmland. So let's watch all these move out. Let's see how bad our pollution got over here. That could be problematic. Yeah, it's going to be problematic. That is not good. So be careful when you're redistricting. because we just polluted all our farmland. Let's see how that bounces back. That was a stupid mistake. All in the name of Hodor. Hodor. So, oh well. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Hey, you know, mistakes happen. I make them too, and I like to leave them in because people seem to enjoy when I make mistakes. Do we do... Are these roads that aren't getting cleaned? All these side streets aren't getting cleaned? It's probably kind of tough for the plows because they have to turn and go multiple directions and come all the way back through the zone. Let's throw a snow dump right up here. Just because. Where can we get it though? Oh, it's got to be zonable, and that is highway. So, okay, let's... Can we move the plaza? Let's do that. Is it right there? Gonna knock out some buildings. Oh well, okay, let's do that. Did I do Metro? I remember saying at the beginning I wasn't going to do Metro, and apparently I did Metro tunnels. Where did I do Metro to? Sidetrack. Did I do this on camera? I did a Metro loop? I guess we were having traffic problems. That was one way to solve them. Or we were having employment problems over here, so our city does have Metro. Now that we've moved that, can we get a snow dump in there? The hospital sticks out a bit much. Perfect. Snow dump. Get the trucks out. Start plowing. See where they go. See, they come all the way down that road, then they go up this way. None of them are turning right, so like they're not plowing all the roads evenly. They were plowing some of them. Snow dump wise, now that we've got snow falling again, does our snow dump actually fill up? It does, but we've got to get one filled to unlock one of those uniques, and it looks like we're burning off the snow faster than we're collecting it. It's also 16 degrees out, so the snow should not be melting off. Fire. Okay. I was just going to do the outro, and there's a fire happening, which is usually the sign. If we have a fire we can cut to for the outro. No, they took care of it already? Well, that's good. Alright, so positive developments, I think, today. We still need to do an expansion of the industrial park. As we get more and more zoning, I do want to keep a check on the offices, make sure they don't get too imposing up here. But I don't know. I think we still got a good look, a good aesthetic to the this season, this build called Winterfell. But hopefully you're enjoying it. If you did, likes, comments, shares all help the channel a lot and are greatly appreciated. If you're new here, subscribe, hit the bell to get notifications. Hopefully you can make the live stream on Sunday when we'll be doing a new build of City Skylines Episode 2 live on PC, modded build. So check back for that. Join the Discord for more info. Follow me on Twitter. And until the next one, this is Move the Mouse, signing off.